why in Northern tradition, generally happy Merry happens. So it is not the happy Merry distribution. So it might be very. That's why we are thinking first to have a prototype in which we can put that prototype in our AI and get our own data. And through that data, we can train our own AI, which will help farmer to understand it further. And what we are going to do is we are providing two type of model. First is the main big large model for farmer, agriculture farmer, and the second model is very light model. Suppose Kanisha from India, she wanted to enter the agriculture, so she can brought an Arduino model with some of very cheaper sensors, which will help to monitor, and with the help of our app, when the app and that Arduino will connect, it will help to tell that single particular highway how it's going and how it is developing. So it this way we are also trying to conserve this speed and to promote this also. So that's what at last I would like to say. Any other questions, sir? This was the like a comparison that we have done. That's two of the churches, sir. We don't have it. Can we go for the we are going to take a hackathon. That's it. What's the time? This team. That the next comparison table that we have done, like what are the like the Krishi Mandi happened in 2023. Objective was to connect farmer, connect the expert and multi the technology that they is mobile app, YDD forum, and what was the limitation? No real time values, no feedback. Just as we have advice, how we are overcoming it as well as from the farmers' past choices plus feedback to the real time adaptations suggestion. And in the same way, this NITI Aayog's project was there and plus Kisan Suvidha app, Government of India launched by 2050 happened. So they all have some flaws. So we are working and integrating them all in simple way. So this was the comparison solution that we have done. That was the last thing that I would like to say, and I would love to have feedback. Like we have to leave right now.
Yeah, you can leave now. Thank you so much.
Again, is it legal to make such third
I'll
party
answer
app
this.
which
Basically, yeah, it's totally legal. Like the thing is, the real notice has one thing that Nyaya AI doesn't has, a licensed advocate software and a film stamp that we don't have. But yeah, it's true. It carries some legal authority there also. But Nyaya AI produces a document. Here the user sends it them. Here the user can send it themselves also. Like if you want to make it more legally precedence, you can go to the notary and you can go to any advocate for counter signing. And the part like it will cost you some fractions of having the advocate drafted from the scratch. You like that like the cost of a lawyer making a legal the first draft of a legal notice is 15,000, but this is free and it is totally legal.
So will it not create a kind of misuse of the app, like where I am creating multiple notice for all my surrounding people or anywhere I want to for anybody? Did you get the point?
Sir, I totally got your point. But sir, the thing is that India is having 50 million court cases right now. Like 50 million, 5 crore court cases right now. Like if you be civil or criminal, like the path we are following, it will take more than 300 years to solve it. So this is like the most accessible like platform. This is an accessible platform. If something happened bad, like if something bad happened with you, you can go and interact there. You could file your own case there, or you could send your own legal notice there. It will it helps as a judge also. Like no, sorry, it helps as a guide also. It will tell you that, like in the next 7 days or the next 10 days what you shall do, what documents you shall gather, so that it will be better. Yeah.
Yes, precisely to that point itself. Like, do you think like it will create more number of cases? Okay, there are several pending cases, but there are a lot of fake cases as well. and maybe I can have n number of cases which I can file. Not just I am not talking about the cases which can be filed, but yeah, uh, at some random day I have just thought of okay giving notice
Yeah.
to 50 people. So it will. Do you have any such mechanism which can filter out okay the cases we
Yeah. Yeah.
correct.
Correct, sir. Totally correct. Yeah.
And with this kind of app I may have liberty of producing more number of notices to more number of people as well, because I have all the liberty to just keep giving the notice to all the people I come to my mind.
Correct, sir. Sir, like we say, there's two part of a single coin. You could use it for your own benefit, and like if someone is coming and filing something, and if and he's faking it, we can't do anything about it. Like we are taking his information and we are like making like things out of it. It's not like we're thinking anything like rather than that.
Maybe you can do something about it. That could be a better or one such feature of your idea, like where we can
Okay.
find out if things go only in the right direction, it's getting filtered out. I don't know the solution. AI can't be the solution for everything. Okay,
No,
let's find out with the
yeah,
pattern and behavior. Okay, this is going to be a fake case. But
correct.
maybe see, all the technologies are not going to be force fitted for the solution. But think of it in this way: if you get this direction, how can I reduce? Along with this, how can I reduce?
Yeah.
Number of fake cases which may come through, and that could be one ideation. That is another ideation you can think of. That idea, technology and solution can come later, but
Yeah.
yeah, this in my view, what I am understanding, this may create more number of cases than required. Okay, so and potentially this itself gives you another dimension to think through. Okay, along with this, how can
Correct.
I accommodate filtering out or having a valid cases getting registered or valid notices getting registered? Maybe I need to get some authority approval to find it out if this is a valid case. So maybe that way.
There's a thing, sir. Like, if you say send someone wrong legal notice, they can file petition to you. So nobody randomly can send legal notice to anyone. Like that's actual part is there.
Yeah, see, we are in a democracy. I can send 50 notice using this fine.
Correct.
100 also I can do. It's all my choice and it's fine. I agree with that. And the other person also have the choice to uh, revert back or challenge or however they want to do. That's all we have, that choice. I can do 1,000 as well. But giving this technological accessibility for free and for millions of people can also give you threat of producing so many cases. Okay, which still happens, even if things are not with this such software technology. Still I can do it with the current setup by
Yeah.
going into police station and registering some n number of fake FIR. It's same thing, and just you are giving that to a software interface to that. Okay,
Yeah.
but the real value will come if such fraud cases are tackled well in advance. That's the point of view I have.
Okay, sir. Like we could do a single thing here.
You don't
Like
have to think of the solution right on the spot. Just take
yeah.
just hear me out. Like, you don't have to think of the solution on the spot right now, because we are
Sir,
in a different setup.
we can
You can think about it later as well.
use user authentication. Like it will require your Google or Aadhaar card based verification there, or your phone OTP. Yeah, you're giving me a perspective, like, yeah. Okay, okay. Mhm. Correct, sir.
Yeah. So only my point is right now with this
Any follow-up
application.
questions, sir?
No, no. Right now, I have just only one point to make. Having such application which is
Hello.
online and can you hear me? Hello.
I think some network issue is there with Priyanshu's.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So sometimes having
Hello,
enough.
hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Can you
hello,
hear
hello.
me?
Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello, hello.
I think we can talk to him later or take this offline. We can move forward to other. We are running out of time already.
So, Priyanshu, I think teammate of Priyanshu is here. No? Riddhi, you can
Okay,
answer.
sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. No issues. We will discuss it later.
So, Riddhi, I'll go straight up with some questions. Like, I am completely working with law enforcement right now. So, can you tell me one thing? Is this app is DPDP compliant or not? Like, have you read the DPDP before making such kind of thing? Like data protection and data privileging app, privacy app. You have read that act?
Sorry, sir. Can you will ask one
Hello.
more time
Am
that
I audible?
question?
Hello, hello.
हाँ प्रियांशु तुम audible हो. Sir, can you will ask one more time that question?
I am saying that,
Yeah, sir. To answer your question,
yes.
yes, sir,
Answer
you
your,
are muted. Yeah.
yeah. I just repeating the question. Have you read the DPDP Act before making this particular software or website?
DPDP. Sorry. What is
Yeah,
it?
DPDP Act.
No, sir. Like we don't know about it.
See, this is Digital Personal Data Protection Act. This is for Indian compliance. Okay, this is completely based on every legal thing you are doing with digital data. Okay, so like if the particular person is writing about their complaints or any particular personal thing like PAN card, Aadhaar card, anything, you have to be
Yes,
compliant
sir.
with that. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing,
Okay.
does this particular software or works with subpoenas, like legal subpoenas? Like I work with law enforcement, so I have to draft some legal subpoena. So does it help in that too, or not?
With legal. Sorry,
Subpoena.
I couldn't get you.
Legal subpoenas are legal documentation, like you are saying legal notices now. So legal subpoenas are legal documentation for particular organization or a firm that is acting on a big scale, and they requires a certain something for a from a law enforcement to get a data from. So that's what a legal, like you are giving legal notices to some particular person. Now I am giving legal notices
Correct.
to some law enforcement or to some bigger authorities that doesn't give you data directly. Okay. So does this particular app helps in the legal subpoenas part too? Because that is the topmost priority of legal documentation. I guess everything else can be made with ChatGPT.
No, like this app doesn't hallucinate, sir. We're using local vector RAG.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
and the Langra part also.
how
It
your
will flag something.
local vector rack can help in like deployment part, like if you are using your server for the data storage of the Aadhaar card verification or anything you are doing, okay, or any particular case
Hmm.
you are saving in your storage on your database part, how you are securing that?
Okay. So basically, the security parts are the most sensitive. Correct, you said correct only. The most sensitive part is RAG pipeline. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, what happening is all embedding run on device using there's a thing called Zenova transformer. Here, the 200 Indian cases are embedded locally only. Like no data ever leaves the user's machine to a vector database that doesn't leave there. So only structure fields reach to Grok API that we are using here, and never personal information. It doesn't go through that.
Okay, so how you are doing the authorization or authentication part of particular person who is filing a legal documentation or legal complaint or something? Like if I am a law enforcement part and someone has filed some fake legal complaint or legal documentation to someone, okay, so how your
Mhm.
particular app will give the data to law enforcement that who is that particular user with that IP? You have to give the
For
uh,
Yeah, for that, sir, we'll rule another feature called user authentication. There will be requiring other based verification or like phone OTP thing. And for that particular thing also, we'll rate like if someone is coming new to the platform, we'll rate limit also like that for that like. Simply, he can't file many cases at a small short span of time to prevent these kind of things.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, and also we could add a feature called legal confidence score. It will like same as credit score. It will show a strength score like with reasons. Like if you are claiming, if your claim is weak, then there's something is fishy there, and you will be scored less on the platform. After like certain point, you'll be getting terminated from the platform. We could do like that also.
How you guys can work on data leak? Like how can you prevent the data leak of your particular website? Like it
Uh,
is completely compliant with legal terms, so that's why I'm asking this thing. Because it is too important for you guys to be data safe.
okay. So, sir, basically, yeah, this for Nayan AI, the safety feature is a core feature, sir. Like, and the thing we are doing here, I can show you, I think, we're encrypted. Wait, I'll show you. Yeah, see, everything is encrypted here. So basically, we'll use HTTP TLS for all communication, and there's something, yeah, AES 256 encryption for stored documents and evidence. And the password you can see, sir, here is hashed password using. I think we have used Crypt, yeah, Crypt here, and see, we could secure the authentication also. Like here now we are using production grade thing, which is next auth with Google and or email login, and we can add a two-factor authentication feature to it also, like for lawyers and admins.
Okay, perfect. The AES encryption part is good. You are
Yeah,
doing nice with encryption.
yeah.
If any other judges have any question, you may move forward and ask. Otherwise, we'll wrap up. I think everybody has asked the questions. So yeah, team, you can move forward. All the best for the next round. You may leave
Okay,
now.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Gracie. Do you have your teammates waiting in the waiting room?
Yeah.
And what's their name? Please call out.
Kushagra and Agastya.
Kushagra and Agastya. Nayas, please let them in. And you can start now.
There will be a timer of 5 minutes, so you guys have 5 minutes to present. Focus on the overall idea and try to finish within time. And after that, judges will ask the question. So you guys can start.
So,
And participants can turn on your camera, all the team members.
Should we
So-
showcase our website right now, like along with this?
That totally depends upon yourself.
Okay.
so very good evening to everyone present here. I'm Tushar Kashyap from team. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Good evening. This is Tushar Kashyap from representing my team, Semicolon Survivors. So, the problem that we took was there is $1.4 billion in e-wallet, in cryptocurrencies, in NFTs that are stuck in the world. Like you cannot access them or you cannot let your loved ones inherit that wealth. So to cater that problem, we have built a website and in future we'll make it an application called TripTwill. So what does TripTwill stands for? TripTwill stands for that if you have a uh, frozen e-wallet assets like crypto, NFTs, etc., it will let your loved ones get it inherited. So what TripTwill does is a user registers itself in TripTwill and through the NLP, it registers herself or himself in a regular amount of time, let's say 3 months. That is completely dependent on the user. Then what happens? If the user misses 3 to 4 check-ins, uh, a guardian will be sent a message and the group of guardians will be alerted that the user is not showing active participation or the user is not checking on the website. Now, what will the guardian do? Guardian will be appointed by the user and the guardian will decide that if the user is dead or the user is still alive. In case the user is dead, the guardian will vote out and the majority will let the frozen assets such as e-wallet assets from the user account to the beneficiary's account. So in this way, the frozen $1.4 billion that have been kept frozen in future can be avoided, and this will be integrated in the mainstream banking world and also in the law firm. So now I will let Gracie, my other member, to showcase the website, and I'll also help you guys navigate through it. So Gracie, can you start with the website?
Okay, so here's our website, and also we have did the in a light theme and dark theme. These are how it works, the steps, and our pricing systems. So, should I directly sign in, or should I show you how we are signing up? Like, should I create an account right now, or just use another account that's logged in right now?
You are already running out of time.
Okay, okay. So here's my site, and here I can add my assets. Here I've already added already. Here are my beneficiaries and guardians. Here I've sent the invite. So I have the guardian portal here, and here I can log in, and that's a login portal. So here I can accept my role that I've did here. So I've accepted the role. So now it will reflect that I am guardian of his. That's a owner plan, and my active guardian roles. and from here decision, I can decide whether he's dead or not, like anything happened or not. And here guardians and digital world. And after confirming a guardian, I can also do check-ins, like after assigning the contract. I've already assigned the contract. This is my profile. Yeah. So digital wallet. Here I can put my keys and all, like cryptocurrency keys. And here my rule book. I can add rules, like whether if I want a person, I've added a rule that if my beneficiary is trying to get my funds before I'm dead, like he's trying to claim that we are dead but not, so we can add rules that they won't be allowed to get our assets. And also we can add here instructions that no, you can get this after when you turn 18 or 25, or after this much time after my death. And here's my also log in the legal team. And that's for our subscription plan. A free version, here we provide 4 beneficiaries, 5 guardians, and 30-day check-in, and email notifications for everything in every subscription. And the pro version, 10 beneficiaries and 7 guardians and custom intervals. And in the enterprise, unlimited assets, unlimited beneficiaries, unlimited guardians, and many more. And a lawyer management team, so that they can help us out if any fraud is going on or anything like that. And also here is a notification and alerts, so where I can see my notifications and alerts. And it's also like after check-in, or if I miss my any after I miss 30 days check-in, then we will be notified in via email and the alert system. Yeah, we are done from our side. Yeah, by the way, we also added one thing, that a person, like if a person is dead, then guardians have to claim, like if there are 5 guardians, then each and every single person have to confirm that yeah, he's dead. Like he have to say yes. If even a single person said that no, he's not dead, and they are declined, so that person it will be diminished. Yeah, so this is it. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so how is this supposed to work? Let's say I have my account with Binance, and will that be integrated, or how it will be taken care here?
Yeah,
With other provider as well.
yeah. So actually what we are planning to do in this, first of all, it will be treated for the crypto and the NFT and e-wallet part right now for our website. What we'll do is, when we are creating the vault and when we are creating the legal part, the will part, then we will be able to integrate that, how the process of release of frozen assets will take part. And also in future, for the scalability part, we are planning to integrate with it mainstream banking systems. So that part is for future integration. But right now it is. But right now we can do it for crypto, for cryptos, for NFTs, and lightweight e-wallets.
No, still the point. See, this has nothing to do with banks. Okay. Let's say I have my account with Binance, another account I have with other provider like CoinSwitch, and several other I have. So, and that wallet ID is different. Everywhere the wallet ID is different.
Yes.
Yeah. So how will that be taken care of? Let's say for a very basic scenario, you can explain me in such a way, like, okay, I have, me as Kartikey have a Binance account having 50 NFTs of some different type and 50 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I pass away. How will that be how will that be, given to my mother, who is not even on crypto platform?
She is not in crypto platform, but as a beneficiary, we will add his details, her details, so that she can all the assets will directly come to his account.
So like
But you have to prove it to Binance. You have to prove it to Binance. Okay, the following person is no more. How will you prove it to Binance? Like, okay, this person has passed away.
our crypto is like not like the individual platform or something, like it will like work with the multiple platforms like Binance and all. Like still work as a gateway for the Binance. Like when like the entire funds, like not like no private keys, and like the amount what you have like stored in your wallet when you were like dead, that crypt will like analyze this and like to send to your mother only the number of like the in like the money you have been stored will just pass to your mother.
So here we have like a 30 days check-in, and after 3 months, if that person didn't checked in, and then the guardian will confirm that all the guardians will confirm that whether something happened to him or he's fine, or maybe just busy, or maybe injured or something. That's why he's not up and didn't checked in. So if the guardian confirmed that yeah he's dead, then the assets will transfer to the beneficiaries.
Okay, guardian has confirmed. Let's say my mother has confirmed that okay, I am no more. But you have to prove it to Binance.
So like the one thing, you are like the beneficiary, the one your mother can't be the guardian itself. Like
Yeah, so for that part,
different.
So I can understand your doubt that what if my mother is the beneficiary, but problem is that proven point. So for that, we have kept a future scope of ML integration. What we will do is there will be an uploadation of death certificate on our platform, and through that ML we will verify that okay, this death certification is valid or not. But actually, that ML integration part is beyond 81 hours, and it will take more hours to get properly. It will show the reflection without any hallucinations and precise decisions. So we have kept that part for the future integration, and that will be useful for proving to the banking sectors or any other agents that yes, the person is dead, and to verify that.
So will Binance accept your point?
I think the point is of credibility, but also we will be like showing the proper death certificates, and the documentations will be done in the future for that future scalability. Because we also said that we are also trying to integrate with the law platform also. So with the help of that, we will be able to. I think we'll be able to like do a good stuff, like do a good communication on that part and try to prove our point over there. Also, there will be integrations with the bank, because in these cases, the integration with the banking system is that part of credibility, and it's the part of like what is there. So by that time, we'll be also using the law integration part, and as soon as we get into the banking sector, it will enhance the credibility of our platform.
So and also we have like working on an alternative path. Like whenever a person dies, like the first thing what happens is like they are got into the hospital, and there the death certificate is generated, and the death certificate is sent on the government servers. So like our ML, which we are like working on, like on which we will be work for the larger scale, that will like look around for the death certificate of that particular person, like with the Binance account. And if the if like the guardians who will allow that like confirm that this is dead, and also the certificate on the government platforms, if matches, then only the like the money is transferred. I'm done with the points.
Basically, the problem is that one second, please. So basically, the problem is if a person tries what he can do to transfer his assets, write the key in a paper will, accept that will become a public trust, and anyone can steal it, and trust a family member. Except now they can accept of funds, access of funds right now, not after that, or either use a digital will company, you're trusting a company with a private key, the same key crypto was invented, so you would never have to share. So this is based on trustless, we don't so that we won't be able we don't need to trust anyone, because that company can go bankrupt, or maybe the owner changes, the rule changes, or a scam, or anything can happen. So that's why.
So the point is still same. Maybe you can check out with Binance or other provider, like if they have such clauses on which they are ready to, unfreeze your account, given that you prove them the person is no more. So you are catering to both the sides, the customer and the Binance user, Binance itself, Binance, and you're trying to bridge between Binance and
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So Binance themselves can build this thing, given that if they have any clauses where it is stated in their what we say terms and condition, if you are no more, I'll give it to the beneficiary. See, that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Anywhere I am the consumer and my mother or somebody is the what we say nominee. So that service is already there. Even my organization also provide that. Okay, if I pass out, then who is the nominee? A nominee is everywhere. EPF or PF accounts. Okay, there also everywhere you put nominee itself, which Binance themselves can do. You maybe the first step is to check if they are willing to do it or not. If there are such clauses or not. If there are terms and conditions while you are creating the account or not. If such things are not even available, then
basically what happened is that $140 billion similar like crypto money has been now been claimed.
I'm not very sure of this. So let's say if they have this clause, they will put the nominee option itself. Okay. To check on that, I'm also not 100% sure. If they have a nominee option, they could do it by themselves also.
Yeah, I think Binance has a nominee option in general, right? So Binance, I think we have the nominee option, but let's say if the nominee is no longer available, right? So I think under security settings, they can ideally appoint a new trusted contact, or they have to also provide by doing that some, the legal documents like the death certificate or so and so forth. So that is there. Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, there's nothing we can do about it, because no court order, bank call, or legal process in the world can recover self-custody violate. So that's why that $140 billion are inaccessible to anyone, because no one can access it, because no one has even keys for that. That's why we created it, so that if a person died, then automatically that those assets can transfer to that to the nominee and beneficiaries. So you don't need to think about it a lot and make a problem.
And like Binance has an access, like what our website CryptWell is like, no one has the complete access. Like by using that Shami's program.
Yeah, see, the and all we have understood, the internal logic, right? I believe, Kartikey, you can correct me. The major question here is, how do you unfreeze it? Let's say if the guardian or whosoever the nominee, right? If they are no longer there, right? How do you unfreeze the amount? Let's say if someone got it, right? So that's the question. So we do understand, because we are from blockchain, how the chatting happens, right, between the key itself. We know all that, the partitioning, what we do. But how do you basically unfreeze and how are you ensuring the guardian, right? Let's say, as I think Gracie was mentioning, if the guardian, it's no longer like legal issue or legal stuff, right? But the thing is, generally, if let's say if I'm investing on something, right, and I have a nominee, right? If nominee details are like ideally no longer present, right? So definitely the XYZ person need to basically take the amount, right, or do the trading, for an example. So someone have to unfreeze the account at end of the day, right? The account holder, nominee or whosoever. So how are you tackling it? And majorly my question, apart from all this, is who's your target audience? Is it India or is it a global audience?
Globally.
Everyone who does a crypto thing.
Everyone who does crypto.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it like you are only focusing on custodial or non-custodial? I mean, are you you're just building a platform as an intermediary, or do you also get the complete transaction history to a third party or the blockchain networks itself? So do you showcase that, or it's just a guardian platform?
Can you repeat, please?
Now, what I'm saying is, is the platform whatever you have developed so far, right? Does it just acts like an intermediary which acts as a guardian platform, or is it more like trading platforms which is similar to Binance, like a secondary or primary marketplace? Do you provide that as well? No, right?
No. Like currently, we are just a feature kind of thing.
Okay. So what is the whole purpose or the idea behind this platform or the application you have built?
Like our only idea behind this is none of the cryptocurrency which a person has in his account goes wasted when he dies.
By the way, about the question you asked before, how this handles and sense of currency to different. So the thing is, for Stellar native assets, XLM tokens, NFTs transferred is 100% automatic. The smart contract signs and submit the transaction, so nobody clicks anything. You will see this happen live when we will connect our bank system if we could then.
Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so guys, some technical question from my side. Like, you must be using the Stellar, okay? So you must be using the Soroban for this particular kind of things, okay? So you should be knowing about the TTL, I guess. TL, I guess, time to live of the Soroban. Okay, that's the time archival segment. Because I am into blockchain, so I know the Soroban have a time of archival thing. Okay, so what is the particularized time of archival of your particular product? Like if a particular tenant or a particular tenant dies before the time of archival of your particular Soroban's environment, how will be the wills will be passed, or it will complete a whole archival time? That's what the main issue would be in your particular application.
No, so like what we have is 30 days check-ins. Okay. Like if I miss first check-in, which is in 30 days,
okay,
it'll give a second check-in. If I miss that, it'll give me third check-in. And after the third check-in, it will start to distribute, like give away the funds which we have stored in the wallet.
Okay, so there is a 30 minutes time of
3 months. If the person is dead, like if you misses 3 check-ins, like on a platform, we have a button of thing at the left bottom. So like if you click that, like it will ask every 30 days to check in. So if you click, then it says like we are in, we are not dead, we are present.
Here, I'm alive.
Okay.
This will
So
this
this
will
is
only appear every 30 days.
okay. So like if the particular person dies like at the second of the month, okay, and he is not able to check in for 30 days. So there is a time span of 30 days. Like that's what I asked.
Yeah, like 30 days. 30 days.
So like there is no
30, 30,
particular
30.
triggers. There are no particular triggers. Like if the two tenants are saying that this particular person is not alive anymore, so there is no time that they will be getting the amount.
No, no, like
They
for
can,
three
but they have
months,
to prove that that person is died. But right now we don't have the ML thing right now. Like we wasn't able to integrate ML here for verification of death certificate. So we wasn't able to add that one because of the very short time period. So yeah, we have that idea that the beneficiaries can claim just after his death, not after 3 months. But that is only possible when each and every guardian says that yeah, like I agree that yeah, that person is dead, and then he also have to prove and verify with the death certificates and all other documents needed. And for that, we have actually thought about one more thing, that we can add a bank account system, like if we can get sponsored by any bank system. So the thing is, banks get to know and can verify that yeah, that
One thing.
person is died. So
Let me tell you one thing. Crypto is decentralized, okay, and the banks are centralized systems, okay.
yeah,
You can't merge a centralized with a decentralized system anyhow, okay. So this is not the answer I was expecting. I was just asking you about the 30-day span. Like you can work on a 30-day span, or you can add some triggers or something. Like you
yeah,
can't
we can get some triggers.
you can't just simply add a centralized and decentralized together. So the cryptocurrency who are using cryptocurrency, who are working with in cryptocurrency, they are just in cryptocurrency because of the decentralization part, nothing else. If I am
Yeah.
in cryptocurrency, I want decentralization. I don't want any bank to interfere. Okay, so this is the main thing. And the one last question, then I'll let Navya speak. You talked about Gracie just talked about the XLM and the about the XLM and the gas fees and all.
Yeah.
Okay, and also you should be knowing about the Soroban retrieval thing. Like it stores everything in an instance. Okay,
Yeah.
like every particular person who are you are adding as an nominee, it would be coming as an instance. Okay, so what if a particular person adds so many nominees, or there is a cap to a nominee system?
So like so
They can add.
we have three kind of packages or something called like free, pro, and enterprise.
Okay,
For free, you have three
okay,
guardians.
Like
For pro,
here, you
we have
can see
7.
for free, we have 4 beneficiaries. We can add up to 4 beneficiaries. For
okay.
pro version, we have 10 beneficiaries. You can add up to 10 beneficiaries. And for enterprise, that's unlimited.
So there is the click unlimited part. If a
Yeah.
particular person has so many nominees, it will create a DOS in XLM because Soroban is have the bloating issues. Okay, the Stellar you are using have bloating issues. It can cause DOS. It will just ruin your whole environment, and the other user even can't be adding the nominee. So you have to work on that thing before implementing the unlimited access part. Okay, that's from my side. Rest the other judges can talk. If you want to ask something, you can just ask me after some time. Was
Yeah, thank you, sir. We work on that.
Navya ma'am, you can speak.
Yeah, yeah. The last one. Have you guys incorporated any, the regulations like the market asset? We have this regulation, crypto assets regulation, or incorporate any such regulations globally? Because US, like country wise, you'll have those regulations for crypto.
Sorry, ma'am, we couldn't hear properly. Can you repeat it once more?
Yeah, I was just asking, have you guys incorporated any regulations as part of the crypto assets, like market crypto assets or the guardian laws from US?
Like,
So right now, if we have to like integrate that part, for that, actually for international banking systems, right now we are not well about that. So that part of regulation, we are working on that part to add those regulations. But right now that comes into international, like for someone living in US, who has shifted to US but want to like add a beneficiary to India. So that's a bit of complicated part that we are right now not about. Being that BTech students, we haven't like researched upon the banking systems of international banking systems. So this question we can better answer after like doing more research and more into it.
Okay. I mean, it's not just with the banking. So we do have this Genius Act and, this market. I don't remember the exact name, but I think we have MSCA from EU, which falls in the EU Act, right? So whenever we do a currency platform, being it for marketplace or being it a guardian platform as yours, right? Definitely we have to ensure the regulations because country-wise it changes. At least in India, at least
Yeah.
it's not legal though, just for now, right? But other countries have
Yeah.
their own regulations, only EU and US. So just have a check
Yeah.
on that. That will be a good addition.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
Right now for that, we have the regulation, like we have the bill part right now. So, and we also have that enterprise team where we contact them through the legal process and which supports them into making the will in such a customizable way that it's easy for the frozen assets to like go to the beneficiaries. So in future, like doing more research and we can just automate into the web page or the website itself.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
If any other judges has any question, you may ask. Otherwise, we'll move forward. I think that's it. So, team, you can leave. All of us for.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
everyone. Thank you.
We're waiting for the next team.
Yeah, my team is ready.
Are
Rhythm,
they there
please
in
call
the?
out your teammate's name.
Pankaj and Amog.
Nayas, can you let them in?
Yes, let them in.
Okay, so all of your teammates are here.
Yep, all three of us are here. We're ready.
Okay. You guys have 5 minutes for the pitch, so you can utilize the time in a way that you don't exceed the time limit, as we are running short on time. And after that, the judges will ask you questions.
Okay, perfect. Can Rhythm share his screen, please?
Okay.
Okay, hi. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, everybody. So I'm here to pitch our product, Pakalor. Bangalore does not actually have an illegal parking data problem. It has a very big decision problem. Every day, traffic police generates thousands of parking violations, but that data usually ends up as a record of what was caught, not a system for deciding what to do next. So we at Parklore changed that. Parklore is a parking enforcement intelligence console for Bangalore. It takes nearly 300,000 real traffic control police problems and parking violations, turning them into a working product that helps the city prevent, optimize, and plan with a three-step process of illegal parking enforcement. The key insight behind park law is simple but powerful. The data does not only show where illegal parking happens, it shows where customers and officers were present. In our analysis, morning enforcement dominates, while evening peak congestion gets almost no enforcement. That creates a 211 times blind spot that we can fix. The cars do not disappear in the evening, the enforcement does. From that insight, park law changes and becomes more than just a heat map. On technical excellence, the system is made on reproducible and a very big data pipeline. Raw CSV data
Hello.
and
Sorry for the interruption, but keep on your camera. It is mandatory for you guys.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. On technical excellence, the system becomes and is built on a reproducible data pipeline. Raw CSV data is cleaned, timestamps are converted into IST, and violations are passed through. Vehicle types are corrected, and each record is mapped into a street scale of a spatial cell. We then build a cell week by week forecasting panel and then use a light GPM model to predict the parking future pressure. But Parklaw does not rank hotspots by just ticket count alone. It uses an impact score, the predicted pressure multiplied by violation severity, vehicle footprint, and junction impact, creating a lot of difference. So, car blocking a main road or a bus near a junction is treated as more harmful than a scooter on a quiet side lane. Of course, this is meant to happen. This is what makes the system very systematically and operationally meaningful. It tells officers where illegal parking is and where it is likely to hurt the information and the traffic most. So the model is also evaluated honestly. We compare it against persistence, static hotspot lists, and an Oracle ceiling. Against the static list of the console, of course, it runs a static Next.js application backed by pre-computed JSON output so that it can be deployed anywhere. That means no heavy backend is required for the demo, no live ML server, or no paid public dependency. So let's dive into how we are actually doing this. The first part, which is prevention, Parklaw identifies repeat offenders. Around 15% of plates are responsible for roughly a third of all violations taking place. The console then turns it into an escalation ladder. We'll move from warnings, fines, ANPR flags, and then a stronger intervention for chronic offenders. It also separates resident style orders where residences or people who live nearby the current area are taken into less account than people who are committing crimes at the same area. Not where are the most tickets. It is where will each truck create the most impact and traffic risk. The console gives us priority cells, route sequencing, and shift planning, but also gives us a what if simulator so that officials can test how much coverage they would get as the resources change, which can be completely monetized and be played around with. Third, the plan, which is the last phase of our implementation, some hotspot could not be ticketed forever. If the same location keeps appearing month after month, enforcement is only the treating symptom. Park law uses OpenStreetMap and Map Libre grounding to understand the real road context, arterial, marketing, residential areas, schools, or any other commercial zone. It then recommends structural fixes like loading bays, resident permits, bollards, time constraints, or paid parking. In this way, both the government and the user can both benefit from the existing strategy. This matters because civic technology fails when it is only technically clever. Park law is designed to be usable by people who need to make decisions under pressure. The real world impact is clear. Today, illegal parking enforcement can become a treadmill. Catching more violations, issuing more tickets, and still seeing the roadblocks tomorrow is a very big loss overall. Park law changes the goal from violations being caught to hotspots retired, repeat offenses reduced, and trucks deployed better. It needs no new cameras, no new sensors, no expensive vendor. Starts today, starts right now. This is Park law, and this is Team Break and Drive. Thank you. We're open to all questions now. Hello.
Judges, is there any question you have? Please go ahead.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Hey, hi, Ankush.
Kartikey sir, do you have any?
So,
Yeah,
can you
no,
walk me through
just
the next time?
Could we go again? You were not audible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ankush, can you walk me through the tech stack you used for
Yeah, so
this?
the tech stack varies from which side we're looking for. So when we talk about the front end, it is all about Next.js. The deployment is on Vercel. But when we come into the actual model training and how we function the backend, it would revolve around a training model called LightGPM. So LightGPM was also a very practice through model that we are using. We tried out three models: XGBoost, CatBoost, and then resorted to LightGPM. I'll walk you through why we rejected the first two. When we talk about cat boost does not take into account the gradients that are taking place in the data. Since we were not playing with a very large data set, the data set was only 300,000 values, and when we're actually talking about government to take into account, we need data sets that are actually in millions. So taking into account cat boost was a really useless choice because cat boost requires a lot of data to play around with. Then when we talk about XGBoost is too fast to train the model with, so there is a high chance of the model overfitting, which can become a really big problem. Also, we resorted to LightGBM because we were having more CPU intensive laptops where LightGBM also allows and helps train models faster on CPU based and CPU intensive processes, which could make our model training far more efficient. Also, I would like to add into this project being this project is on the rise to become funded by Bangalore's Traffic Police Department and is currently under talks with Astram, which is the machine learning or the domain of machine learning that revolves around Bangalore's Traffic Police Department. So all of the data can be cross-verified through Astram, and all the data has been directly imported through them. Talking about the actual backend where you would like the model values to be stored. So we had two options to take into account. One could be taking all the data that we wanted into a pickle file, or we could take it into a SQLite DB base. We ended up taking it into a JSON file since there was not a lot of data to play around with. We could all compile it faster and ended up being a static website. Yeah. That is about the tech stack that we used.
Yeah, thanks, Ankush. I'm good from it.
Any other judges, if you have any questions?
You might say.
No, thank you.
Okay, sir. Shivam, sir, you have any questions? Okay, I think we can wrap up. So, otherwise, team.
Okay,
guys
thank you.
can-
It was a great time presented. All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Rishabh, how many teams are left?
More of 3 teams are there, Nabil. Am I
Is
audible
any-
to you?
Yeah. Okay.
3 teams are
Well-
more to join. Yeah.
Okay.
Team, please open your mic. Am I audible to you?
Yes. Could we wait for 1 minute?
And yeah, please tell me your teammate's name. They might be waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah, it's Kavya Shri Magesh.
Kavishri Mageshan.
Yeah, that's it. Mehernas is here.
Okay. Anyas, please let her in.
So shall we start right now?
Yeah, sorry, judges, there was a technical issue. We are Team Byteforce and we are so excited to share our solution. Let's just turn on our videos very quickly. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to share my screen and yeah, so just a second. Yep. Let's get started. Let's first dive into the problem statement.
Yeah. So in 2024, the Supreme Court of India rejected a forensically valid DNA evidence. This was not because the science failed, but because nobody could verify the chain of custody. And now hence the accused walked free, and that is a serious problem. There are more than 17,000 police stations in India, and all of them managing the evidences merely by paper logs and human trust. Now, this word trust is something that can be broken. And our solution, Evidex, is directly here to fix that. It's a blockchain powered chain of custody platform where every handoff is immutable transaction and it gets a cryptographic fingerprint and is tamper proof from the moment it's being uploaded. And now we'll walk you through the system.
Yeah, so this is the home page, and you're greeted with a dashboard header that's going to update you of the blockchain setup and whether it is live and what department you belong to in the shared ledger. It's the police department, forensic department, and the court or the judicial court. And these departments communicate through a channel. So in order to make this application as user-friendly as possible, we have a quick toggle button that will convert instructions to Hindi. We hope to expand this to other local languages. So if you scroll down, what you're going to witness is the portal where you're going to enter the evidence itself. I have something loaded already. Now I'm going to point out that Officer S is not someone who's registered on the system. Let's just quickly see what happens if he tries. he's barred. And that's because we have a very secure identity verifier in place. It's called Fabric CA. And what it does is that it certifies everyone who tries to register to the portal. And this is provided by this permissioned blockchain platform that we're using called Hyperledger Fabric. So I'll show you something. When we tried to register an officer called by the name Officer Smith, if you can see right here, this request is basically us asking the CA to allow us into the system. It gives us something called an enrollment secret, which is basically an OTP, right? So we have to resubmit the OTP to the CA, like as we've done here, and you can see that they have been successfully enrolled and their digital certificate has been added to the Fabric wallet. So this is how we ensure that only authorized individuals can upload evidence. I'm just going to quickly change this to Smith because he does have access. Where oh, sorry. Okay, I've already uploaded a document in this. Sorry, let me just try to submit another document. So basically, we also have a feature that detects duplicate documents. If you try to submit something that has already been submitted, it's definitely going to flag that. So I'm just going to try another file. Yeah, so as you can see, it has been successfully appended to the ledger and you get a QR. But below that, you also get something called as a Sentinel Smart Match. What this technically does is it uses NLP. It's a similarity recommendation engine. It tries to connect case points together by comparing the data through the numerical converted values. Now let's go into the QR.
Okay. So initially we started the system with the basic stuff. Then we added a few features. For the first one being providing QR codes for physical evidences. So whenever you provide a physical evidence, you like upload it into the system, you provide us with a QR code which you can stick on the physical evidence so that you can know who has accessed it and who has reported it. And also for the soft copy of the evidence, whenever you submit it to the system, we'll provide it with a certification which will show the legitimacy of that evidence. It will also provide us with a QR code, which when you scan, you can get the details of all the people who have got access to it.
So this is basically what shows up when you scan the QR. And like my teammate mentioned, we also provide a certificate viewer. Now, let me just quickly show you this. The significance of this is because the Indian government mandated the demand for proving electronic evidence has not been tampered with through the under Section 63 of the Bharatiya Sakshya and Adhinayam law. So that's exactly what we're providing through this feature.
Which like mentions the uniqueness of the evidence that it hasn't been tampered, just like we give certificates to diamonds. We're just ensuring what the government expects us and what the government demands. And considering the next feature, which is the audit log, every single action that is done on the platform, let it be a registration, verification, transfer, the access movement, everything gets registered directly from the ledger and not from a centralized database. And so why you may ask? Because this can serve as a paper trail for say the defense lawyer, the auditors. So this serves as a set of sequence where the shows the movement. Now, considering coming to the next feature that we added is something like a betterment of this one, where we visualize the movement of the data, where each node represents essentially an officer, a case, or an organization. And the directional edges, they mean the custody transfer that happens between every single stages. So we get to visualize. So the moment anything or changes happen in the platform, it automatically gets updated here. So you do not read from the ledger, but rather you see it on our platform. And the third, another feature that I would like to talk about is the AI feature, which is like the cherry on top of the whole system. We called it the Senatal AI, which has authentication only for those very few authorized officers, where we give them an officer ID, and only if they match with the officer ID that's there on the ledger, they get authorization. Now, what this does is essentially this does not compromise on the security, because we're only trying to do data analysis using the AI, and we're using a lot of technology where we ensure that it doesn't touch not even a single evidence that's there on the ledger. It gives you an analysis of the total number of files that's been accessed, the file that was accessed the most, and things like that.
Yeah. So if we go back up, I'd like to quickly show you how we keep track of evidence. As you can see, the similarity engine, which tries to connect dots between cases, works because two officers have submitted evidence that is slightly similar. Now, if we go back up, I would like to quickly show you how custody transfer is taken care of. So if a department, oh, can we just have 1 second? I'll just wrap it up. So basically, if you decide that you want to transfer some evidence to another department, you can just log it here, and this will also be recorded in the ledger, which I'm going to show you right away. So we are tracking evidence even in real time in the physical world. Yeah. So that is our presentation. Amrita, you wanna?
Is it fine?
Happy to, yeah. Can we conclude?
Yeah. Okay. So evidence exists for one reason, so that evidence speaks the truth even when people don't. So we build this platform where you comprise everything under one platform. You do not have, there's this already existing technology which does not have a cryptographic evidence, and that is something that we would like to emphasize on the security. We feel that justice shouldn't depend on whether a paper lock survives, and we made sure that it doesn't. And we're ready to scale, and we've already deployed the project, and we're ready to scale to the next level. And that is our project Evidex. And yeah.
Yeah. Please, we would love to take up questions. Anything really.
Yeah, this is a great presentation, Amrita and team, right? Good to see this. I like the core idea, but I have a couple of questions, right? So when we talk about evidence, definitely we know that there might be some PII data or, some sensitive data. So in the roadmap, do you have, have you, even in the current state of your application, have you used the private data store or not?
Yeah, so how the storage right now, it works through an IPFS, which is an interplanetary filing system. We understand that evidence is sensitive information. So we have multiple layers of security. Apart from just the, SHA 256-bit hashing, we have AES encryption, which will encrypt the information in the evidence and decrypt it using a symmetric public key, private key system. But as I mentioned, the blockchain is only going to store what we call a CID, which is basically a pointer to where the actual file is stored, and it's off-chain. It's actually storage that is deployed, exists in an isolated state, right? We're only storing the pointer, and that pointer too we're hashing. So the integrity is very ironclad. Even if, it is not possible, but if anyone ever tried to even get their hands on the evidence, they wouldn't be able to decrypt it because the AES encryption would prevent the same from happening. They would need the public key and the private key to unlock the same. So right now we're supporting off-chain storage using what we call as a Pinata token, and it's what's enabling the setup. So we have it stored elsewhere just for security purposes. Anyone would like to add on to? Yeah.
Okay, currently the evidence is not getting stored on-chain. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
But evidence is still encrypted somewhere else.
Yeah, but this IPFS storage is verified by our NIST for imbibing great security, because it's not being the blockchain itself is very secure, because the way we establish connection with the blockchain, we're using something called the GRCP, which is the Google Remote Procedural Call. This uses something called as an the MPLS, which will not engage a connection with the blockchain itself if there is any sort of
hold on. So we understand, okay, the underlying technology is fine. gRPC is good. Hashing is good. IPFS, everything is good. Let's talk about the cause of this. What are you trying to solve actually? Are you trying to keep the evidence safe?
Yeah, so I'll go into it. Would anyone else like to take this up?
Mehernas wanted to.
Yeah, okay.
So our main aim is making sure that the evidence which are stored in the police department are not tampered. The main issue currently is that whenever evidence is stored, some people tamper it in the system. So we want to ensure that whenever we get some evidence, we have the full knowledge about where it is and how it is and who is using it, so that nothing
It
else.
is basically to avoid misuse. Like if it
See,
goes into the wrong
let's understand in a let's talk in a scenario based context. I have an evidence. I have captured that image from my phone, given to you. It has generated one hash.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that hash used to change every time. Not every time. What I mean is like whenever there is a one single bit of change. Okay. I'm sending it over WhatsApp. That hash, and I am sending it through Bluetooth. That hash. Two hash will never be same.
The thing is, the evidence which we are storing right now, the police officer use different devices. So the police departments are given cameras to record the evidence, and they are given separate devices to record all the evidence. We only get the evidence from those devices, not from their personal mobiles or the things that have been shared to them.
Still, the problem is still the same. Are you understanding? The hashes will change if you send it over email, if you send it over WhatsApp, if you even a single bit is changed. So keeping the hash, identical throughout the case journey, that is still going to be a challenging part. Even if you apply blockchain or whatever, because by default, hashing method are of that sort. So then all this technology of gRPC having hyperledger fabric or AI and all will be still of no use. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
So we are checking only after the moment. So let's say I'm uploading from my laptop, and considering I'm an officer, we are uploading from my computer. We are only checking for the tampering from the moment it's been uploaded to the ledger. So intermediary steps
is not something our system has been scaled to be equipped with yet.
We have scaled it up to the fact that the moment you upload it from a device, so let's say you're sending it from your WhatsApp.
Let's get back to the point again. You have uploaded a picture that has a hash XYZ.
Yeah.
I have downloaded that. Okay. Now I am trying to rehash it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have checked the evidence and now I am trying to, check if the hash is matching. So do you think after downloading that image and rehashing with the same algorithm, SHA-256, will that hash and the hash you have and the photo you have uploaded, both will be same? Have you tried it by your own?
So,
did you get the question right? Like you have uploaded one picture, hashed it with 256. I am downloading the same picture. Okay. And again hashing it just to verify if your hash and my hash are matching. That means there is no tampering happened in the bit in between. But have you tried it by yourself? Because there is very little chance both the hashes will be matching.
We have to work on that.
With our current implementation, it is so that when we are uploading from our file system, right? So the assumption is that there would be one trusted admin setup, like a computer, where these files are going to be placed. They're going to be circulated amongst the departments. I am not going to deny that they could be sent on WhatsApp, Bluetooth, all that. But when the evidence is before it is pushed to the blockchain, it is first in that admin's file folder. And that's the assumption based off which we push that evidence to the blockchain. Now, the only file that we can compare against, because hashing can change even on simple transfers and other types of downloads, we can only compare against the files that are in the trusted admin's system. That is how the current render of our application.
Still that.
Yeah, that is something that we need to do.
See, still that the problem is still there. Okay, because it's with the admin, and again hashing two things by two different individuals at two different environment or resources is very unlikely that it will be having identical point. Okay, so I suggest you among yourself do this same thing. One of you be the admin, one of you be the evidence provider, one of you be the other actor of this scenario. So take the three role, do a role play. make a video of that. Okay, like I'm playing the role of this one. This is the role play 2, this is the role play 3, and I'm doing the same. And try to find out if the hashes or the final conclusion is that, okay, now this is the hence proved, like how we do in our mathematics in class 10, and so hence proved. Okay, so prove that point. I'll not take much time. We are already running out of time. We have Navya, who is expert in blockchain, especially in Hyperledger. So she may have more questions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We will definitely work on that.
Yeah, and get back to you on this. Any more questions?
I think
Navya ma'am has a question.
Yeah, I do have a question. So going back to the same thing, right? Like, so the archival, right? So whenever there is an evidence, what is the archival you have? Are you deleting the data after particular days, number of days? What is the retention period? Yeah.
So as of now, we are not, even interacting with the timeline of the evidence, because as of now, we are trying to capture the entire lifeline of that case until, we haven't really dealt with the termination of the case so far. All of this data will be retained on the ledger. We don't have any sort of timer that will like erase the data, but we do have the idea of maybe integrating an auto reset mechanism, which will ensure that for like, as you saw, registering individuals and like submitting data, this can all be done by interacting with the Fabric CA, right? We wanted to make sure that there was some sort of timer in that scenario that would prompt individuals to not maybe misuse that liberty of time they get in uploading data. We haven't really thought about we're trying to preserve it in terms of life cycle for the evidence, so we haven't thought about.
No, my question is, post the case, let's say the case got closed, right?
Yeah.
So aligning to the DPDP Act or any other regulations pertaining to PII, right?
Yeah.
So we need to ensure that the data, the residues of the data is no longer, or the traces of the data is no longer there on the database. So there will be certain cases, majorly with the legal systems, right, where no one can have the data. So that has to be definitely integrated depending upon the law. And second is, may I know what is the exact reason that you guys have used IPFS, and why are we not storing the evidence on blockchain itself, on chain?
Okay, so one, it improves security because there is one more like pipeline for like, if say someone was trying to tamper with the information, not only would they have to break into the blockchain, but they would also have to break into an IPFS. Two, we understand that data can be of any format, right? It could be a video and it could be of like larger sizes. And we didn't, since we're like deploying it initially on Azure Kubernetes and we're using like a free tier, we wanted to use the most, what's the word? The blockchain itself cannot hold as much data, the one that we've built right now, which is why we decided to go for an IPFS storage, because it can store more information as well as ensure security.
Because we use the AES 256 model to like automatically encrypt the data on the client side itself. So that was another reason for incorporating the IPFS.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, because see, ultimately there are two reasons why you use blockchain, because there's no deletion of the data. But here you're only giving the pointer, right, of the evidence on the blockchain which you're storing. But you're using IPFS as the storage of the evidence.
So I think I can reason this out by maybe suggesting that we have like peer nodes in place, right? So the blockchain and the IPFS are sort of like one they use like peer endorsement, right? So even the IPFS is the data in the IPFS depends on the data in the blockchain as well, like the public key, the private key, and the SHA value. These are all stored in the blockchain. So in order to actually unlock or even like try to understand what data is in the IPFS, you need the blockchain ledger, and that cannot be tampered with at all. So that means technically the evidence is untouchable, because the blockchain is the key to even unlocking the IPFS to begin with, because the data is encrypted in the IPFS too, and those keys are stored in the blockchain.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so think through it.
Okay.
See, my major idea, or my what I was trying to tell is, when you scale this application, right?
Yeah.
So you have to optimize as a solution, right? So ideally, I think you might have deployed this. I'm not sure on Azure or your
Azure.
local Docker, right? But eventually, whatever the organization or whatever the piece you deploy in real time, that will be on the clusters, multi-region or the same region of the
Yeah.
VPC, right? So in
Yeah.
that case, having multiple data sets, because see, majorly when we deal with these legal things, right, the evidence docs, like things like evidence documents, which are like highly sensitive. So we should also have these laws, the regulations in place. As I said, the archival is more important, the deletion of the data after a certain period, right? So
Yeah.
that's the beauty of Hyperledger Fabric, where we have the private data stored,
I
right?
think we didn't fully take advantage of our smart contracts and the rules we defined. We only had 4 main rules, but this is really expanding the way we thought about this. So yeah, we'll look
Yeah.
into it for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Any more questions or anything that we could address?
I'm just using one question. So I am recently working with CBI and all the law enforcement right now in the country. Okay. So let me tell you the reality of this evidences part. Okay. The reality is we go on a search or anything. We have any device, a mobile phone or laptop in which a particular video is there. We just don't take the video. We take the image of the whole laptop or the phone mobile device. Okay. That is a lot, about 200 GB, 64 GB, 100 GB. Okay, that is too much. Okay, so we store it on a physical hard drive. Okay, that is called a physical storage. Okay, so how you are planning that if I have a 64 GB of device data and I can just upload it on your cloud and it will go very really fast and make my particular forensics so much faster. How this can be so fast if I have no internet? Like I have to go to many factories, there is no internet. Okay, there is nothing. I have to go to many such places. There is nothing sort of thing that is called internet connectivity, network connectivity. Even how can I upload the evidence on cloud or anything if I have no network? That's why we use hard drive. So what this particular blockchain can do with the hard drive part?
Okay.
So with the hard drive, what we thought was we were thinking of integrating the hardware with the software. So we'll be using not like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, but satellite-based system, so that whenever the hardware captures evidence or like an image or a video, it will directly send it to the system without you waiting for like you have to. In current cases, you have to manually go and log it into the system. But when we integrate into the hardware, it will directly log it into the system without you being having to do all of that.
So like this
We save it up for the future scope. Currently, let's say in the international scenarios where police officers in the US and the other countries, they do have body cams on. And in those kind of scenarios, since in the Indian scenario, we do not have that kind of
We have cameras, but we have cameras with us. But I'll say you are talking about the satellite part that is not registered in India for now. Yeah, it is not a part of the Indian legal thing to have a satellite system or something. So that's not the answer for this thing. And Amrita, you can go on with what you are saying about the body cam part.
Yeah, so we were thinking about the body cam integration using IoT devices, because considering that we use BLE and so many Bluetooth low energy devices, we could integrate it into one of those body cams, and we can automate. So those kind of projects we do when agriculture and so areas where there's no internet, automatically transferring those data to the cloud, like these kind of situations, I mean devices could be deployed here to transfer these kind of data here, and you could scale up so that the storage could be increased. So maybe we could do something like that. We were thinking of that.
This is just me, maybe like, I don't know, I'm actually just asking this as a question, but like, for instance, like, our SMSs, right? They don't really need Wi-Fi or like Bluetooth. So there are certain protocols in IoT that would allow for us to automatically send this information the moment it's captured before it even goes to anyone else's hands from these body cams. I'm thinking that we could probably lean towards one of those protocols, but I'm not aware of the exact terms and the names. but maybe that could be a solution.
For mobile phones and part, we have used SS7. Okay, the thing we are using, but it is very bite sized. Okay, that can't just like they can't even have transfer a 1 Mbps of data. We have GB of data. Even if I have a Wi-Fi with 100 Gbps of internet, I am using home as a bottleneck. It will just give me a 10 Mbps of speed. So if even if I have Wi-Fi, it is too hard for me to just store a data that is more than 100 GB of capabilities. Okay, so how this thing is, I'll say practical for now. How you can make this practical? Because there is no internet. I have nothing. So what is the use of this? I have tools that generate hashes. Okay, there is Active5, SHA1, SHA256. Okay, they generate hashes, and that's what integrity is in the 63. You told the document name 63. It is 63.4c. So we maintain the hash in it of that particular forensic evidence. Okay, so that's the current system, and I'll say it is relatively. How can I make it relatively faster? Because the forensic procedure is very slow. Okay, this particular step gonna make it more slower than the rest of the part. So how you can tackle the slower thing? If I'll ask you.
Okay, so this is again me again, like I'm sort of guessing, but from research for this project, before we explored scalability, I brought up grcp, right? So I was reading into it, and they mentioned something about how it compresses those files 64 times repeatedly, and it greatly reduces the size of those files. So is it okay if we
You can't use a third party tool or something on an evidence that is legally viable in a court. Okay, you can't use. Even a Google API couldn't be used in an evidence that I'm using. Okay, that I have to present in court. It is already tempered if you have used any of the APIs, any of the AI models, anything. If you have used, it is already tempered. Okay, so the court that is not viable in the court.
Yeah.
So
grcp is just a student like option. I understand what you're saying.
So, you are making this for the law enforcement. That's why I'm talking as a law enforcement agent. I'm talking like that. How this particular thing can help us. But this could be very good for me to use.
Yeah.
If it could be implemented, the blockchain part, I'll just skip the hashing part. Okay.
Yeah.
But I can't see like what it is doing. Like it can't store a whole mobile phone, whole laptop, whole hard drive storages in it. Okay, it can just store a video or something. That I think that is not practical even. I'll not store single video from a particular evidence. I'll just take the whole evidence as a key. So that was I am thinking. If you can do something like you can do, because the evidence is an hard drive. Okay, evidences are in the hard drives. Okay, so you can do something on that, because that is the real evidence. You have mentioned the videographs and the photographs that we took inside a premises and search, that also handled in a memory card of a phone. Okay, and image that memory card. Okay, and we retain and obtain a hash. Still the hash is on the way. So the current system is hashing. Okay. So how can you replace that hashing system? That's our main task. And also not just for the videos or audios. You have to just expand this thing a lot bigger, because you are research. Okay. How our Indian system is actually working right now. Okay.
So like from your opinion, if we were trying to like make this something that could be like one day big, what would you recommend as like the protocols that we could use to like, I mean, you also suggested hard drive, of course. But you are aware of anything that you could share with us?
Yeah. So one thing I can share with you is that we use hard drives as a physical storage and something. Okay. You can make that particular evidence accessible with a link. Okay. Like a cloud storage link or something. So everyone in the department can just get that link. It will have the forensic image. Okay. And the forensic extraction. Okay. So everyone in the department can view the document just by the particular link. Okay. One thing is, the one issue is that you have encrypted the whole blockchain part. It is relatively more slower. Okay, making it more slower. Can you replace that current hashing scenario? If you can replace that, that is particularly perfect, but that is not possible for a single stance of thing. Okay. So I have told what is currently being used. You have to bring out the solution for us. Okay. Like using hard drives and it have many devices in it. Okay. How your blockchain can help us? Because we are using hashing. What you can do different? So that's what I am asking from you guys. Okay, if you can do something in that, that will be completely viable. Thank you so much. That was my time. You can just
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh, can we wrap or can we leave or how is it okay?
Is there something
Is
else
there
left?
any more questions that we could answer before we wrap it up? Okay. Yeah, I think we're done. Thank you, judges. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. We'll definitely look into all of your suggestions and we'll get back if possible. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Guys, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Yeah, guys, so you have 5 minutes to present your presentation, and it would be great if you switch on your cams. That will make this meet interactive. Yeah, and yeah, you have 5 minutes to pitch your idea and project. Thereby, we'll have a question answer session. Then we can start now.
Okay, thank you. Greetings, everyone. We are Team Gold Diggers. So think about a competitive exam. You know the answer, you have done the preparation, but while filling the OMR sheet, you accidentally shade the wrong bubble. It's a tiny mistake, just one small circle, yet it can affect your score, your rank, and sometimes even the opportunities that follows. Now, semiconductor manufacturing faces a very similar challenge. A defect almost invisible at the wafer level can impact thousands of chips, reduce manufacturing yield, waste valuable resources, consume enormous amounts of energy, and ultimately result in losses worth millions of dollars. The defect may be microscopic, but its consequences are not. Even a 1% improvement in yield can save manufacturers millions of dollars every year. So naturally, you would expect this problem to be already solved, right? But it isn't. Modern fabs generate massive amounts of inspection data every day. Wafer images, defect maps, tool logs, process parameters, and the list goes long. The information is everywhere, but the insight is not. Engineers still spend hours trying to answer one critical question. Why did this defect occur? Most existing solutions can detect defects. Some can classify, but very few can explain. And certainly not what should happen next, but it will not tell why it happened. That's the gap we identified, and that's why we built AutoYield AI. It's an AI-powered wafer defect intelligence platform that transforms defect detection into defect understanding. By combining efficient net-based data defect detection, BradCam explainability, synthetic data defect generation, drift monitoring, and Gen AI-powered root cause reasoning, AutoYield helps engineers move from observation to action. It doesn't just detect defects. It explains them, predicts likely causes, and retrieves relevant process knowledge and generates actionable recommendations. Because detecting a defect is useful, but understanding it is powerful. And the timing couldn't be any better. The global semiconductor industry is projected to exceed $1 trillion this decade. At the same time, India is making one of the biggest technology investments through the ISM. In 2025 alone, 10 major semiconductor projects across 6 states representing over $19.3 billion in investment were approved and supported by Government of India. This signals a clear shift. India is no longer just consuming chips. India is preparing to build them at a scale. But building fabs is only the half the challenge. Making them efficient, intelligent, sustainable, and globally competitive is where the real opportunity lies. That's where AutoYield creates value. Our adoption strategy begins with semiconductor research labs, IITs and ITs, BETS, academic fabrication facilities, and R&D centers. From there, we scale through an enterprise SaaS model into fabs, foundries, and semiconductor manufacturers across India. Okay, no problem. Yes, we do have a prototype. Actually, we have deployed it. Okay, cool. Works. Now Ayush and Dia will show you the deployment, like the actual deployed project.
So I'll be explaining the prototype. Our tech stack for front end we use React. For backend, a Python Fast API. We have two CNN models in this. One is Convex mod and the second one is EfficientNet V0. We have implemented RAG pipeline, digital twin, GradCam, and GAN2. So we will start by the phase one. It is image ingestion. So here the operator opens our React dashboard and he uploads a wafer scan image. So as you could see above, these were the type of example of wafer images which are going to be input in this. Here pre-processing happens. So resizing, normalization to the standardized dimensions, pixel normalization, then to the expected ranges, such pre-processing happens and defect is classified. So here we have used the baseline model as Convex small. Here it is detected that this is a scratch type of defect and the confidence score here is 69%. So other candidate classes like local and center are also detected and these are used to for our drift monitoring. So if we go below that, we can see we have also implemented different type of metrics like how much environmental damage happens if one wafer is becoming damaged in the process. Also patch impact estimation, how much CO2 is getting released. We also used some of the Six Sigma metrics in this. These are industry benchmark metrics. This is the first part. Next, we come to GradCam. So here, GradCam is basically gradient weighted class activation mapping. So it extracts the gradients from the final convolutional layer and it weights the feature maps by importance. And then a heat map is generated, as you can see, and the operator can literally see here that what the defect is. Our overall, our project is this defect, identifying it, the time gets reduced by him. So if it takes 1 hour to detect a defect and classify it, it will take a lot less time. Here we can also see that explainability analysis is given. Here we have used RAG pipeline. So we found out 5 IEEE graded papers for this, which classified and gave out information about the defects. So RAG plus LLM explainability was used here so that by only using LLM, it can hallucinate. It is not trained on semiconductor data. So RAG was used so that it does not hallucinate. Next, root cause, it will be explained by Ayush.
So now after we've learned the explainability part, so here comes the preventive measures for this. So now for this particular image, the root cause was identified as physical contact from handling equipment. So here the user or whoever the lead engineer is, he or she can tag a portrait, like she can recommend corrective actions, and you can tag every detail, every management here. So then if we rerun analysis, then the user can mark acknowledge the product here. And then next feature come as batch inspection. So this all we've done for a one image. So what if there's a batch ingestion of
Give out
images?
information about the
So here I'll select a batch of images here, and then we'll run the batch analysis. So all the grad cam and heat maps and everything, it is processing per image. So now for 12 images, the interference time will be more, obviously. And then after that, every explainability and every region will be classified as a coordinate map. So then a 3D digital twin will be rendered here. So after 12 images were processed, yeah. So here digital twin has been processed here. So we can see how the batch was processed, how each region has a defect, and then every region analysis is given here. So region analysis is mid analysis. There's a 75% confidence. The outer region has 66.7% confidence. And here as per batch defect evolution, the defect types and defect counts and the preventive measures. So defect, the recommendation action and quality summary. So that is given. And also AI always has a hallucination scope. So we've done a drift monitoring where the human in loop will come in. He or she will classify on his own what the defect was and everything. And there is a synthetic data. So here we've seen the defect generation, the confidence was 69, which was actually good. So the synthetic data was not generated. If I insert any another image and the confidence is extremely high or extremely low, then the synthetic data will be generated here. And this data will go into our retraining model, which is efficient at B0. So here during auto retraining, so here high confidence. So then the user can select a label here. So if I select this is center just open it for you. And then this was the generated report here, the 68.6% confidence score and everything. The GenAI insights, the graphs, and the root cause evidence and everything. The previous metric snapshot is given. The previous inspections are given. And also we've deployed this actually. So all you've seen was in a deployed version. So yeah, now we're open to all questions.
Judges, do you have any questions for us?
Just a basic question. I don't see the URL. Wait, have you deployed this application?
Yeah, it was on Vercel actually. So here you can see the front end is hosted on Vercel and the back end is hosted on Hugging Face.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'd also like to add, I think we missed why we were using both our models. So I'll talk more on that. Our baseline model was Convenex small model. So it is a 50 million parameter model. And this is inspired by a vision transformer. So we could not use vision transformer mainly because we did not have that much data to train the transformer on. And because CNN on a much smaller memory or like a smaller version was available on the uh, same type of uh, same type, so we use that. And the second one was efficient at B0. So this is a very small model, 50 million parameters model, around 20 MB memory. This is getting retrained again and again so that how much ever more GAN augmented images we put in the training data set in it, the more better our model gets as time goes by.
And also, I would like to add, we are all market ready. And the first thing we decided to deploy it in the research institutions, IITs and ITs and BITS, any institution that has semiconductor fabs, they can use for research purposes, and we can also increase our accuracy and be better. And then, of course, we'll integrate this into semiconductor fabs, which is like already 10 startups government has funded. So we are deciding to have a SaaS enterprise model for that, and we'll just integrate into their system, existing systems.
Can you show me once that log analysis part of this particular software you have built? So how this particular segment is taking the logs, like what are the parameters of things and what it is taking?
So we have a data set. So this is the data set here. It is not a, it is a purely labeled data set. It has 6 defect categories, and we've used those parameters for training our model.
Okay.
So on that basis, it creates the confidence, top predictions, and everything. So the timestamp is given, the probability is given, and the interference type, drift detection, and synthetic trigger mode.
So the
So we will-
probability is already given in this particular log system, or you are also using some external parameters that is building your own probabs.
Yeah, so that data set has 8 categorizations. We've normalized it into 6. So data is not imbalanced at all. Each defect has equal number of images. So I guess we have 480 images here.
Okay.
And every category has 60 images. 60 or 80, like 6 categories are there.
And what is that synthetic data part?
So if the data can be generated, so here in the detect defect detection, there is always a room for randomness. So
Okay.
the defect can be random. So if it is a random, so then the data will be generated through GAN. So GAN generates like purely accurate, like near to accurate data. So then that will be used for retraining. And here, as you can, I've shown in the demo, I can select a label here. So these are the niche categories for this: the scratch, random, particle. If the user does not know what category it is, it will put in a random. So the particle and that data will be gone into the efficient net model. That is a second model for retraining.
So you have used the RAG architecture for this particular software.
Yeah.
Okay.
For explainability part, we've used RAG architecture. So we've also given the references here actually. I can show you the references. Yeah, there were references here for one epoch and everything. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, any further questions?
Judges, do you have any further questions for them? Sir, ma'am, do you have any further questions for them? Okay, so that's all from our side, guys, and all the best for your future endeavors. It was very glad to have you here. So, yeah, you can leave the meet if you don't have any further comments, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, sir, ma'am, the upcoming team is the last team for us. Am I audible, Nias? Hello.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you.
Shall we start?
Yeah, guys. So all of your teammates are here, right?
Yeah.
Once again, I'll make it clear to you. If you switch on your cams, that will make this the meet interactive. Yeah. Let's go, guys. You have 5 minutes of pitching time. You will present your prototype and project, everything. We will have a small cross-questioning time, and thereby, well, thank you. Thank you. You can start.
Oh, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine you're building a startup. You would have spent all your money, time, and investing in that resource. Suddenly, a malicious command attacks on your server and destroys it. These are what RCE attacks are. And to tackle that, we came up with a solution of Ajax. Yavika, over to you.
So presenting your Ajax, our desktop tool, the homepage that you see tells you about the features that we'll be offering in Ajax. Also, it has a notification bar at the top that informs you about the webhooks that have been dispatched, the emails that have been sent, or the logs that have been exported. Now coming to the email report section, in that you can add your email, choose the format that you want to export in JSON, CSV, HTML, then choose the person you want to send the email to, and you can send the log report to that person, like you can see on the screen. And then coming to the chatbot system that we have, you can talk to this chatbot that is a cybersecurity expert. You can ask only cybersecurity related questions to this chatbot. Then coming to the threat monitor, it contains all the commands that have been run on the system, flagging them as malicious, safe, or suspicious, and the malicious commands gets killed at that moment before being executed even. Now, coming to the sandbox part, it's basically a testing ground where you can try running a command. Like, it was a malicious command, so you get a complete verdict about that command, and you can generate an LLM analysis as well about that particular command in simple plain language English. Yeah. Coming to the alert section, we have integrated a feature that's webhook URL. Now that companies mostly use Slack, so for now we have added Discord as well and Slack as well. The moment I have chosen the trigger suspicious and malicious, the moment any suspicious or malicious command gets executed on my system, I'll instantly get a ticket generated on my Slack and Discord channels about that particular command. Now coming to the Coming to the analytics section, it has all the history of the 24 hours, all the commands, all the blocked commands, then the footprint telemetry, and the heuristic distribution of the commands that have been executed. Now, coming to the settings, we have a remediation button that's basically about choosing the commands. The moment I toggle it on, the commands that are malicious instantly get killed before even getting executed. Now, coming to that, now we have session tokens as well. And scrolling below, we have AI sensitivity threshold, which is for particular companies. Companies can go from completely passive to aggressive about the commands that are being executed on the system. Over to Shashwat. That was.
Okay, thank you. Now coming on to the technical part, as you mentioned, we specify commands based on 3 metrics. But before that, I want to take you back to the time where I got this idea in the first place. Few months back, I was in a Pico CTF, like CTF hackathon, and I had no idea about cybersecurity. So I was just solving Pico CTF challenges, and I came across a very common trap, which was eval traps. Then when I researched the bit, I came to know that remote code executions and eval attacks are very common in any startup or any company. So I was just researching on if there is any particular solution where these types of attacks can be tracked or can be stopped. So there isn't. And this particular hackathon gave me a head start on to making this idea a reality. Now coming on to the testing part, for Windows and Mac OS specifically, we can't actually access the kernel for our main feature. But in Linux, we actually use eBPF native systems. What we do is we stay at the kernel level
and we actually act as a watchman, which looks for any suspicious command that is being run on the servers. And if you see a command that is flagged as malicious in our security sandwich, its process ID directly gets killed. Well, I wasn't able to exactly replicate that in Linux because I was having some technical difficulties. So I made a demo here where you can see it's keeping a track of whatever code I'm sending here. So as you can see, if I write hello, so it's getting updated at real time via WebSockets, and I get its score and its LLM generated response. Now if I flag something like a malicious command, its PID will get automatically killed. Like suppose this was a malicious command, and if I'm running it, its PID automatically gets terminated, and it is just a sec. Just a sec. It has been skipped. Now you may think, "Ki, why is the malicious command getting skipped?" Because it automatically detects on what device you're using. An NC based shells command doesn't actually work on Windows terminal or Windows services. It's actually a Linux command. So any Linux command which has been killed, okay, here's one with a PowerShell command which has been killed. So this is how robust our application gets. Now coming on to the sandbox, this has been again discussed by Yuvika. Now coming on to another technical challenges. There was a huge scarcity of malicious commands as nobody in the online space actually gives you those commands or gives you those data sets because nobody wants to get exploited on just because of their action. So we had a very limited data set, and to be honest, we are working on a very primitive data sets which has like somewhat around 12,000 plus malicious commands and safe commands combined. So that is what our ML scorer is trained upon via logical regression. Now coming on to the real world testing part, I have actually brought up a script which acts like a server. As you can see, I just have to paste my session code and then I can run it like a server. Suppose I want to see 10 codes at a time. So as you know, basic server, you will get multiple commands at every single second, every single fraction of time. So our backend needs to be fast enough. As you can see, I'm spawning 10 different random codes, which is getting calculated at the real time, and it is actually checking if it is safe or not. For our updates, well, I noticed the fact from all the feedback that you have been giving us. For particularly at first we were given the point of including CVs and OSK 10 codes, which were integrated in the dataset then and there. Then we got two major feedbacks, which were a plugin system and a forensic report system, which we're actively working upon right now. And this is all from my side. This is Team Magic. Thank you.
Hey, hi, Shashwat. Hi, Shreya. Hi, Yuvika.
Hello.
Yeah. So you guys did a great job. So I have a couple of questions here. So can we call it as an agent that will be incorporated to the existing tools like Slack, or what can we name this?
It's actually more of a desktop environment tool which sits at the top of your majorly server. We have built this for majorly server level tool because most of the requests that come from any website or any channel, it would be computed in the server only. So we're not calling it an agent. The Slack feature which I'm mentioning, it's just a ticketing system or just the advanced notification system which are using for as okay, like in a normal system, nobody would be sitting at the desk all day in a security department looking at the head monitor. So rather than that, we have actually cut you some slack and we have actually integrated a notification channel where you can, if it is a malicious command that has been detected, you will automatically get a notification and you can generate a ticket. And the process of entire from the Department of Security to Department of Execution, we have actually built that gap very quickly with our notification system. So no, we won't call it as an agent, but rather than a server developer tool.
Okay. Also, the follow-up question, like the ticket generation will be automated or is it should be done manually?
For now, we have only based on the notification system, the ticket system. Again, like Slack has many plugins and APIs for that. So we haven't really focused on the ticketing feature. But we have what we have done is we have built a streamlined channel which just notifies the Slack.
Okay. So for the notification section, are we incorporating any cloud or are we just using web token or webhook kind of here?
Yeah, we have actually integrated webhooks because of the WebSocket thing. Things get actually very pretty fast on webhooks, so we have integrated webhooks instead.
Is there any limit for the notification generation or kind of per day, per hour alerting mechanism?
For my research up to my testing, I haven't seen a rate limit till yet, and I like on concurrent calls it may have a limit for which I have a solution I'll discuss further. And for right now for normal testing, we haven't hit that mark.
Okay. Okay, if I would need this as a platform to incorporate into my organization, so could you please elaborate how can we do it?
Yeah. So first, it comes under the section of a B2B model. What we'll do is we'll to communicate with a and organization thoroughly before we implement it in a server. We'll actually communicate with you on what are the actual malicious commands that you get hit with, because every command has their own confidential data sets which they have stored, which they can like very lazily calculate it. We'll communicate with you, we'll gain those data sets and will specifically customizably train our models so that they get more advanced and get used to your specific needs. After that, we'll incorporate our scripts or shell command that will be integrated in eBPF, because maximum of the servers that any organization use are based on eBPF system, like Linux systems, to which our eBPF command will be acting on as a guard. So every request which will be sending on to your organization will first pass through our backend, and you will instantly get either a ticket or a notification if there is any malicious command that has been done on, and if it's not, the request will pass on to further middleware. So that's how we're planning on to integrating it with other businesses, particularly your organization. Will be happy to communicate.
Okay. Yeah, team. That's all from me. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I have one question. So these issues, whatever you detect, right? Those are just the system level issues, or even at the application cloud level issues also gets identified?
For now, as I said, we had a very scarcity of malicious commands. For now, we are only tackling with server level commands, which can corrupt the servers. Like you can see in my like Postman server, all the commands are like owned maliciously, and like all these commands have the potential to break a system if it is not secured enough, like importing a Python library or running a loop. Like many at times I've like read on that like a command which wasn't actually malicious at all at face, but it ran through your system continuously, hence clogging your memory, and that's how the server gets corrupted. And everyone and engineers had no idea what was actually causing it. So this is also a feature that we have integrated. So for now, we are only focusing on server level, making it fine and refined. For other fields, cloud-based, we also got a very good feedback today about transactional logs. We are definitely making sure to integrate that for integrating them in our entire backend. So for now, we are only focusing on server level malicious commands.
So these malicious commands, whatever you have given, it's a part of a kind of rules engine, right? You're defining it.
The rules engine actually processes on regular expression patterns. This doesn't have like any of the codes isn't actually hard coded. So
Okay, you
every
just
common
have some regex patterns within the engine what you have developed.
yeah, and we have the second layer for the machine learning model, which actually has the highest weightage.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, all the best.
Thank you.
So one quick question from my side. You guys have improved a lot. Just one thing that if you are implementing this in an organization, which kind of OS you are using, like what you are planning of?
Well, in my mind, when I was researching, I found that almost all the servers that are running in the entire world are Linux based.
Yes.
So what we are planning on to is to go full on to for Linux based. The Windows one, as I told you, I was having really hard technical difficulties all this time for running Linux. Even you suggested us for a VM and dual booting. Actually figured that out, but it was lagging a lot, so I wasn't able to test in that. So that's why I made an API for Windows and Mac only just to demo it. But our main source of action and source of development would be in Linux.
Okay. Good. You can just try the Proxmox for the Linux one. That is free and it is for servers.
Proxmox. Okay.
That would be so good for then organizational developments.
Mm-hmm. Okay, noted. We'll look into it.
Yes.
And specifically, thanks to you for all the very helpful feedback that you have given in all of the rounds.
No, your tool is now a lot better. Have you worked on that specific, I said plugin part?
Yeah, we are working on that. We have the implementation plan, and mostly probably very soon we'll be adding that feature as well. So we'll reach out to you once we're done with that.
Yeah, very nice. I would be surely helpful for that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, team. Thank you for your time. Judges, do you have any further questions? Judges, do you have any further questions to them?
Nothing from my end.
So, guys,
Nothing
all
from
the
me.
best.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. All the best.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
With this, we conclude the final review. And Niaz, do you have anything to speak, please?
From the helper side, I would like to thank each and every judge who gave their valuable time. And even we got to learn a lot from your expertise. Navya ma'am, who was there last time also, this time also, it was so good to have you back with us. Really, really thank you. Shivam sir, you joined late, but it was really, really great to have you. And your expertise in cyber security is something which I am very, very I have been following so much. Shivam sir, thank you so much, and the whole Cyber CIA for being with us throughout. So then I would like to thank each and every judge, Prudvi Raj sir, each and every judge who was there with us over the time. Really, really thank you. And we plan to conduct even more events, and would like to have you back as our panel, and hopefully we stay connected. And again, thank you so much, Nayaz, also for getting us connected with all of you, esteemed judges. And thank you so much from our side. And this is where we conclude the hackathon. To all the participants who have participated, I'd like to give a sincere thanks. And again, to our judges, really, really thank you for giving your valuable time. It has been almost 4 hours till now, and you have been connected with us. It really means a lot to us. And being students, we really learn a lot from you guys. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, Nabil, for having us. All the judges were a very nice panel. It was too good to get to know a lot of things from them too. And thank you so much for having me as your judge in this particular hackathon. Thank you so much to the Nayaz and the Prudvi Raj Kuna sir, or Navya ma'am, or Rishabh, everyone from your side too. Thank you so much. And this, this is how I leave.
Likewise, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Nabil. Thanks, Nayaj. It was a good event. Yeah, I think even I've met Shivam today. I think Kartikey I know, but yeah, it was a good event. Hopefully, it was insightful to the participants as well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks team. Thanks Nayaj. Thanks Nabil, and thanks Navya for the blockchain things. I'm new to blockchain, so for with this session I learned something new. So and Shivam, everybody, thanks for having me. It was nice session. Thank you.
So, what an incredible day it has been. Congratulations to every participant. Thank you, our judges. Thank you, our mentors. Thank you to all our volunteers. And thank you to everyone who made Confluence 2.0 an unforgettable experience for us. So, with these, we can conclude our this session, this meet. And thank you to all our participants for being with us so long.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, team. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.